What I automatically think if I think books, I think like kind of twin sets, tweed and spectacles. Well, authors, like kind of old school authors, I think they're always found in a corner writing their manuscripts, they're not really getting out there.
You don't think sort of chicklet stuff?
I suppose there is chicklet as well.
There is a lot of chicklet. I'm a fan of it. And what do you think of what people are wearing?
Actually, walked around that much. There's a lot of seats to it.
Well, illusion is generally speaking, you can say it very easily. The men are in black and the women are in white. It's as simple as that, really, isn't it?
True.
And so they should be, because that's what's trendy in fashion.
The literary award, for me, the concept of the literary award, and it's the one that is reflected, I think, in the Sunday Times Literary Awards, is that of a nation that has been very much buried by a set of received opinions and received values and received literary standards, looking around saying, we have our own stories to tell, we have our own ways of telling them, our own languages and our own audiences to hear us. And I think that that has been reflected in the literary awards over the years as they have expanded from first the Alan Paton, then into the Fiction Prize, and into other awards and presentations that they have made.
The first book to be shortlisted is A Heart by Marlene Finico, translated by Michiel Haynes, published by Jonathan Ball and Tafelberg. The second book on the fiction shortlist is My Mother's Lovers by Christopher Hope, published by Atlantic Books. The third book is Mandela's Ego by Louis Nkosi, published by Umuzi. And the fourth book is Green-Eyed Thieves by Ivan Travaglia, published by Umuzi. And the last book on the shortlist is The Native Commissioner by Sean Johnson, published by Penguin Books.
I am extremely chuffed to have been shortlisted because I don't know about the other people on the list, but for me, I'm a lifelong journalist, so I've published books of journalism, books of non-fiction. But I was warned that when you make the move, because I'm hardwired as a journalist, so every journalist wants to write a novel, most of them fall over. So this actually confirms to me that the risk that I took was worth it. So I'm really, I don't want to sound cliched, but I am thrilled.
The shortlist for the Alan Paton Award, the first book is Rabble Rouser for Peace, authorised biography of Desmond Tutu by John Allen, published by Ryder Books.
Well, it's very exciting for a first-time author to be nominated. I didn't think that really that I fell within the category of the award. Its history is about people who are courageous, actually, in writing what they've written.
The next book on the shortlist is Portrait with Keys by Ivan Blaslavich, published by Umuzi.
Well, I'm delighted. Awards like this really attract attention to books, which is something we need. So I'm really pleased.
The next book to be shortlisted is The Suitcase Stories, Refugee Children Reclaim Their Identities by Glynis Doherty with the Suitcase Storytellers and Diane Welfering, published by Double Story. The fourth book is White Scars by Dennis Herson, published by Jacana Media. The last book on the Alan Paton shortlist is Touch My Blood, The Early Years by Fred Kamalo, published by Umuzi.
Well, it's an honor and a privilege, obviously, because the book was up against many other formidable titles and formidable writers.
You know, if I thought that the new South African literature was talking about the psyche of South Africa, I'd tell it to go fuck itself. Because it is so boring. What is that all about? You've really just, we've got so many of these pronouncements that have come down. This is the soul of South Africa. This is what our future is. Really, who knows? knows what that future is? You know, your future might be that you go and work in America for 6 years and come back and make a movie here. Your future might be that you go to Mozambique and come back as a drug dealer. You know, the variety of life in South Africa is there to be mirrored and reflected and caught up. And to tell those stories is what makes it exciting.
But there is something I want to say about the books. That I'm absolutely knocked out, absolutely stunned that so many journalists are writing successful books. I mean, there's Sean Johnson, there's Fred Kamalo, there's somebody else who I can't think of for the moment, John Allen, of course, and who was a reporter for the Star for years before he was our union secretary. I mean, I think it's brilliant that journalists are taking their experiences further and writing wonderful, wonderful books that illustrate our times.